which are your friends. We have a multiplayer game starting this week where you can go and play trivia against lots of different people. And the last thing I'm going to show you is something called Studio Blast. And there's a couple different things in here. One is we offer different print studios. So an example of a print studio would be Lion King Print Studio with coloring pages, wallpaper, calendars, greeting cards. If you wanted to make a calendar online, you simply choose the character you want. You can choose any month that you want, and you create the calendar, and you can print these out. One of the great things about Blast and the online mechanism that we have is every couple weeks you get a new print studio. So we just released the Mulan one now. There'll be another one coming out in a few weeks, and you get great stuff here. The other thing people ask us is, well, if I go to Blast, am I just going to get Disney stuff? I'm showing you a lot of Disney stuff, but part of what we're striving to do is have Disney traditionally branded stuff, but also reach out a little bit. And with that, we have a section called D-Toys, and I'm going to end by showing you one of my favorite D-Toys, which was actually inspired by my mother. It's called Fridge of Horrors. My father always used to say, "You're going to kill us one day." I don't even know what that was at one point in its life. So for those of you who have parents who have refrigerators that they don't clean out, you'll know what this is. But the concept here is a D-Toy, and it's just something to play with. It's kind of like a game, but there's no real scoring involved. And it speaks for itself, really. The instructions are click the food, so those are fairly self-explanatory. And there's various food that you can choose to put in the refrigerator, so I'm going to start with the pizza. And you take the pizza, and you think, I might be eating the pizza in a couple of days or an hour, so you put it in the refrigerator. But then time goes by. So, and the little pepperoni does that thing from The Fly, that "help me," so you guys missed that. And somebody made me promise to show the milk, so I'll show the milk as well. And there's a new D-Toy every couple weeks as well. So that's a quick overview of Disney Blast. Again, it's available today as part of the free public beta, disneyblast.com/Mac. I would personally like to thank Steve and the people at Apple. They've been tremendously helpful for us and to us in the last 6 months in some of the technical things that we needed to do to make this happen. And thanks for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you, Richard. This is great, isn't it? If you've got young kids like I do, I think they're going to be very successful with this. So, 63 days, 177 applications. And I think this has startled even us. If we can keep going at anywhere near this rate, we're going to be doing great. So, I've got a video on applications that I'd like to show you. It's about 3 minutes long. Is that okay? Some of the developers talking about this. So let's go ahead and roll that.
Apple hasn't pursued the consumer market effectively in at least 2 years. Now they are.
A whole new constituency is coming into the market, and it's crucial that Apple have an offering for that new market because it's the fastest growing segment.
And it's the home really where the installed base is growing so fast as computer penetration goes up in the United States and across the world.
The consumer market is critically important to Disney, where Disney focuses on the family and children market.
And creativity is the fastest consumer software category in the market today. And that's why we feel so excited about our relationship with Apple, because Mattel really cares about creativity, and it's a great partnership.
With the renewed enthusiasm that Apple has for the iMac and the consumer market, we're really on board big time with Apple.
For most consumers, the primary thing is going to be that whole price performance issue, that they really want a machine that performs well, but they don't want to have to pay an arm and a leg for it.
The great thing about the iMac is just the sheer sort of piratical daring-do about saying, well, we're going to do an entry-level machine, but just for the hell of it, it's going to be more powerful than the top, highest-level machine produced by the opposition.
I think it's very young. I think it's very contemporary. I think it's very hip.
The internet integration that the iMac has is probably one of the most compelling things about the iMac product for us at Encyclopedia Britannica, because increasingly our services and applications are going to be delivered online.
The design is terrific. The ease of use that's always been the promise of Mac is still there, and then some. The power is fantastic, and now the price is right in the sweet spot.
It's games that drive technology, because that's the area where people want the next gizmo, want it to be a bit more powerful, want faster ray tracing, want all these different things.
We've chosen to make a major commitment to the Macintosh by bringing our top product, Tomb Raider, over to the Mac for the first time. Apple is enabling technology for our software, and I think that it's time that the IDOS games and other games come back to the Apple platform.
We came back into the Mac market to make a version of Cosmopolitan Virtual Makeover specifically for the iMac because we're so excited about it.
We have more new games coming out for the Mac in the second half of 1998 than we've ever had in a 6-month period since Macsoft was conceived.
We brought our Cyber Studio and a personal edition to give a full-powered version for the iMac, what I think the best consumer computer today.
You can just imagine what that means for every consumer running the full-color, very fast, real-time technologies that MetaCreations creates.
If we're going to do anything with learning in it, we have to be on the Macintosh. There's so much tradition there, particularly among educators.
The past year at Microsoft has been the best year for our Macintosh business in years.
There's no way anybody can look at Apple Computer 2 years ago and look at Apple Computer today and not be blown away with the new vitality and energy that we see from all the Apple employees and from the Apple customers too.
This is not religion, this is business.
I was here for the first Macintosh, and I can't believe that we're recreating it again.
If Apple sells more computers to the consumer market, we're going to sell more games. It's that simple.
Apple is back, and they get it.